Hey everyone, welcome to Shimmer Girl Talks. Y'all know what I notice when it comes to watching movies or TV shows? I always notice like subliminal messages, and the powers that be, whoever they are, they know how to read human pathology and psychology and what makes a person tick. So, in regards to the interracial relationships that you see on TV, movies, stuff like that, commercials, when there is a black woman, white man, and let me just say, if you follow my channel, I have no issues with interracial relationships or marriages. I'm just speaking on an observation that I have seen. And if you are a person, this is a disclaimer, if you are a person who does not know how to have a mature conversation surrounding interracial relationships, if I get called out of my name or keyboard attacked or whatever, I'm not going back and forth with you. You're going to go on block. You know, I have no issue with people disagreeing with my stances, if that's a word, or opinions, but to call people out of their names because you don't agree, that's a no for me. So, so let me try to backtrack a little bit. Of late, and when I say of late, I mean within the past 5 to 10 years, maybe, you see more of an influx of white male, black female couplings in the media. I'm not talking about like real life couples, just commercials and whatnot. Now, that's something that you did not necessarily see 20, 30 years ago. It was typically a black male, white woman. Again, no issue with that. I'm just making an observation. And the way that I think that these couplings are meant to be a distraction within the black community and keep black men and black women separated, particularly online and in the media. I more or less see the breakdown online. You go in certain black female forums and you see like an intense hatred for black men in those forums. Now, it doesn't mean that everybody is black. People can put a fake picture up, avatar, and pretend to be black. We've been hearing, that, but let's just stick to the topic at hand. So what I want to say is, at the end of the day, the powers that be know that your average white male prefers a white woman. And his second choice is Asian women. So with black women, whoever the powers that be are, they know that the black community is heavily influenced by what we see in the media. So you have a lot of black women out here dreaming of their Hallmark Channel type of small town boy Brad. And she thinks that she is going to be able to just walk into a situation and get that the grass is greener on the other side type of man while neglecting the men of her community. They can show all the white men, black women couplings and commercials and TV shows all they want, but they know your average white man is not going to go for that. But a black woman is going to dream. And if she's dreaming of something that's potentially never going to happen, then that's going to keep her separated from the men of her community and having children, with men without marriage, and then hoping to go on to something better with those kids that she had with another man. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that interracial black women, white men couplings happen in real life. I have some in my family right now. as I speak. Again, I don't have an issue with it. I'm just calling out an observation. There's this new show called Earth Abides. And typically, I love a good apocalyptic last man on earth type stuff. And if you're familiar with it, it's a white man and it's a black woman, and they're just trudging their way through an empty world for now. And, and he keeps her knocked up. She keeps having his kids. That's besides the point. But I only got to like maybe episode 3. I couldn't get into it. And then you have Rick and Michonne on The Walking Dead. Love both characters. Not too crazy about them together. Again, I'm going off on a tangent. But I'm going to bring this up. It's something that I have been wanting to talk about for a while. The reason why I support black men, white women relationships more so than black women, white men relationships is because at the end of the day, the man is the chooser. What is it they say, or that I've heard? Men hold the key to relationships and marriage. Women hold the key to physical access to the body. Men are the purchaser, and I've said this here before. And men, particularly online, they're asking for a particular kind of a woman, cooperative. Let's not even put submissive in there, because for some reason that triggers women. And y'all don't even seem to know that submission means it's actually strength in submission. But I don't have the time to try to explain it. And I don't think I'm going to be able to explain it the way I've heard other people explain it. But men, at the end of the day, are the purchaser. They choose the woman that they want to make as a wife. But particularly when you look online, you see so many black women swear at the top of their lungs that they don't want to be married, they're not pressed for marriage, or they have a kid or several with men, and then they expect another man to come in and make an honest woman of her. So there is this huge disconnect about marriage within the black community, and it's largely on the women. And I said what I said. So you have a lot of women who might be listening to this and their eye is twitching right now. And they're saying, well, it's the man that's supposed to ask for the woman's hand, which is true. But how do men ask for a woman's hand when she's coming to the table with illegitimate children? Well, Shimmer Girl, not all black women have illegitimate children. Well, it's a large percentage, it's like 70% or more at least. Okay, well, if she doesn't have children, then she, like a lot of women, are told, get your education, nothing wrong with that. But while you're getting your education, sow your oats, play with men's hearts. Don't worry about settling down within a marriage. And what are the white women doing while they're in college? They're getting their husbands. Or like Dr. Umar said, a lot of these white women who ultimately snag a black man who's working his way up the ladder, they get him while he might be working midnights as a stock person at Walmart or something. But he has big dreams and expectations for the future. He might be in college to become a doctor or a lawyer or, or big tech or something like that. And that little white girl with the narrow behind and the thin lips has been with him since day one, encouraging him. It makes a huge difference. So I say all of that to say, so many black women fight the idea of what it means to settle down with the nice guy, the corny guy, And as Dr. Umar said, a lot of women that look like me, they want the man at the finish line. They don't want to go through the blood, sweat, and tears to get him through, to, be by his side, once he does, get on top. The problem that I see with so many women in our community is they pick the Pookies and the Ray Rays and the Run Runs because he's got a flashy car, he dresses a snazzy way, he talks that talk, or however, whatever it is that y'all be drawn to those types of men about, I don't know. And he does not have a plan for his life. Y'all be drawn to that. And then you assume that all men are like that because you want to ignore the nice guy, the 9-to-5 guy. You actually have women out here talking about the 9-to-5 guy is not only corny, but he doesn't know how to be a real man. And I'm thinking to myself, y'all just keep on shooting yourselves in the foot, and then you're wondering why you're not getting the outcomes that you're asking for. So I ended up going off on a tangent. So my final point is the powers that be, I feel, just an anecdotal opinion or observation. And that is the reason why there is this push for white men, black women couplings in the media is because it further drives a wedge between black women and black men, particularly black women, because we as women, we're dreamers, we're easily influenced, and, we want the white picket fence, but a lot of us will go take multiple detours instead of trying to listen to the people who can actually get them that white picket fence with the right man. And a lot of black women literally believe that they can't get it with a black man, which is my point about what the media shows. And I feel it's orchestrated. But that's my opinion for today. Tell me what you think. Chime in below. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you later.